Next question, member for Oakville North, Burlington.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is for the Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade. Yesterday, the minister introduced the Making Ontario Open for Business Act. For the last 15 years, the previous Liberal government created unnecessary red tape. The hard truth is that the previous Liberal government was fixated on job regulation instead of job creation. During our government's consultations across the province, businesses told us loud and clear that the regulatory burden is getting worse every year. This comes at a time when our largest competitor, the United States, is reducing the cost of business in a historic way. Could the minister please inform this legislature of how Ontario fell behind under the previous Liberal government?
Good question.
Minister of Economic Development.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, to the honourable colleague for the question. Ontario has slid rather badly. You know, we're used to thinking ourselves, Mr. Speaker, as being up there in the same league as New York and California, but a very disturbing recent report using 2016 figures. A good measure of your economy is your GDP per capita, your production per capita. Of the 64 jurisdictions in North America, so that's the 50 states, District of Columbia, 13 provinces. Out of that ranking of 64, New York was 3rd, California was 9th, and we were 46, Mr. Speaker. We used to be right up there with New York and California. We were 46. That's how badly the Liberal government brought us down. They didn't care about jobs. They brought in every regulation, piece of red tape they could. There wasn't a piece of red tape they didn't like, Mr. Speaker. They brought it in, they piled it up, piled it up, piled it up, and our job creators are going elsewhere. They're absolutely leaving, and our productivity's gone to the bottom 3rd of all of North America, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker, and thank you to the minister for his response. Ontario was once the economic engine of Confederation, but that was before the opposition voted with the Win Liberals 97% of the time. When the previous government introduced Bill 148, they drowned Ontario in a tsunami of new regulations that imposed unnecessary costs on businesses. For Ontario job creators, it was too much too soon. I'm proud of our government for the people for taking concrete measures to open Ontario for business and help create and protect good jobs in Ontario.
Hear, hear.
Could the minister please inform this legislature how the Making Ontario Open for Business Act will once again make Ontario a top-tier destination for job creation, investment, entrepreneurship and growth?
Hear, hear.
Minister.
Thank you again, my colleague. Mr. Speaker, I mentioned Ontario's GDP to per capita statistic, and across the way they're saying, why are you putting down Ontario? We need to be realistic and transparent with the people of Ontario. They have their heads in the sand over there, Mr. Speaker, just like the Liberals did for 15 years. We're sliding badly. Jobs are going every day to Ohio and Michigan, to Quebec. Other provinces are doing. We're lagging 4 other provinces. We used to be, as the honourable member said, the economic engine of Canada. The Making Ontario Open for Business Act and getting rid of the job-killing parts of Bill 148 and opening up our trade sector and changing the ratios, those are all good things for good jobs and better jobs in the province of Ontario, and we need to do it. We need to do it now.